Imagine this. You just passed the grueling 2016 bar examinations. You are ready to become a lawyer.
Oh, the relief.
Right. You can finally, taste it. But your oath-taking is suddenly blocked, and it's all because of unpaid personal loans.
Yeah, it's a terrifying scenario for an aspiring attorney.
It really is. Welcome to this deep dive into Philippine Supreme Court Resolution BM number 3288. Today, we're going to think like lawyers to digest this case.
And we'll be using a method they actually learned in law school, right?
Yes, exactly. We're using the ALIC method, which stands for Issue, Law, Application, and Conclusion, to really explore the strict ethical standards of the legal profession.
Because, you realize your entire career suddenly hinges on your private bank account.
Okay, let's unpack this and start with the issue in our ALAC framework. So we're looking at the facts of Malisil P. Lee. She passed the bar.
Right.
But a woman named Mercuria So flagged the court about Lee's 200,000 peso unpaid loan. That was civil case 740.
Yeah, but that wasn't the only one.
No, it wasn't. The Office of the Bar Confidant also found another 1.45 million peso debt to a man named Joseph Bolos. Wait, 1.45 million pesos.
It's a lot of money.
It's a massive amount of money to default on. How does owing that much not immediately disqualify her from practicing law?
Well, what's fascinating here is that this brings us to the law part of the equation. Under Section 2, Rule 138 of the Philippine Rules, to practice law, you must possess good moral character.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you can't have any pending cases involving what the court calls moral turpitude.
Moral turpitude. That sounds like a 19th century villain trait. What does that actually cover?
So it's the legal standard for acts of vileness, baseness, or depravity, contrary to justice and honesty.
Depravity, wow.
Yeah, we're talking about severe crimes like bribery, forgery, or severe fraud. Acts that show a profound lack of moral fiber.
Okay, so it's not just a simple glitch or a mistake like getting a speeding ticket.
Right, exactly.
It's more like a fundamental flaw in your character source code.
That's a great way to put it.
But here's where it gets really interesting. When we get to the application part of our framework, does simply owing money mean you have a depraved character?
That was the core issue for the court.
Because, if failing at a business makes you ethically unfit to practice law, half the entrepreneurs I know would be disbarred immediately.
Right, and the court had to untangle that exact nuance. They clarified that no, not every civil case implies a lack of moral fiber. Context is literally everything here.
Okay, so what was Lee's context?
Well, Lee didn't maliciously evade her debts or commit fraud. Her business just suffered legitimate losses. Plus, she had actually paid 140,000 pesos of that initial 200,000 peso loan before she defaulted.
Oh, okay, so she wasn't running a scam, she just ran out of cash.
Exactly. And she didn't hide from the problem either. She engaged with her creditors, and she eventually signed compromise agreements with both of them to pay it back.
Which leads us to the court's conclusion in our ALAC method. Applying all this, the court ruled the civil cases alone don't establish moral turpitude.
Right, because the underlying act wasn't deceitful.
So she is allowed to take the oath. But, and this is a big, but with a strict condition.
Yeah, they did not let her off completely free.
No, she must notify the court of her monthly 15,000 peso payments to Bolos until it's fully settled.
Which is a pretty heavy reporting requirement.
It really is. So what does this all mean? She gets her license, but they're watching her finances like a hawk.
Well, it emphasizes a big picture rule. Deliberate failure to pay debts is gross misconduct. Good moral character isn't just a one-time entry ticket to the profession.
Oh, it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, it's a continuous requirement. The court can even initiate disciplinary proceedings on its own if you mess up later.
Wow. Which leaves you with this to ponder. If a lawyer can be suspended for a deliberate failure to pay personal debts, how does this intense pressure to maintain a flawless financial reputation shape the private lives of legal professionals behind closed doors?
It's a lot of pressure for sure.
Right. You've passed the bar, the confetti has settled, but suddenly the way you manage your own wallet is subject to the continuous scrutiny of the highest court in the land.